Some say Sakuli pain. Prophecies. Others. Memories. It's all too heady for me.
Sand near Sunfall. Thick as the snow in the cut.
Already, others in my lyric have songs worth singing.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life, for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, till the Karja seek war again.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life, for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, till the Karja seek war again.
Ourea knows about this, Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
Ourea knows about this, Damon.
She does a shaman's work. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
This...
If you... It is
But what is...
a matter for...
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur, but I was a few of my old war...
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life, for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After, perhaps...
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Anyone can kill a machine. A true Banuk seeks to become closer to the machines. Others may use the machines, but only we seek to understand them. Do not harvest as the other tribes harvest. Show respect for the machines who died so we might live. Every day the blue light feels further away from us. The smoke from Thunder's drum is a bad omen. Always it rises, but of late, it rises faster. I speak for the spirits. He who ignores the spirits ignores the blue light itself. I hear the whispers of the spirits in the machines, and I fear they whisper. Our hardships are punishments, but they cleanse us of arrogance. Do not mistake my position as a shaman for physical weakness. I took the braids, and I never cried out. When the blue light guides, only a fool chooses a different path. I speak for the spirits. He who ignores the spirits ignores the blue light itself.
Even if we can twist my word.
You have come too far north, girl. Head back and mind your business.
The older hunters think of the time before the machines grew so aggressive. How do they challenge themselves?
These new Karja offer peace to the Banuk. None will forget the Red Raids, but perhaps... She's a strange one, that's all. No one can deny her skill.
Hello.
Send them to the cut, and most of them don't last a week.
Hey.
You can't let the smoke from Thunder's drum distract you.
About that free advice, Bergrand.
For you, I'll give it twice. But next time, I'll start charging.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Araya's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Well, believe me, I've tried to convert a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
What are these Wericks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Eh, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Wericks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Wericks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum, and they believed him.
But you don't.
What Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
And Aurea...
That's right, and they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know. The machines in the cut are getting more... Or it could be because they all... But Aurea's not...
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
We?
Me and my daughter. Her mother wanted me to show... Say, when you need a...
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression...
Conclave.
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time. No idea how they all fit. Aurea's been to that shindig, so if you want to know more, you'll have to find her. And
what is it about the Banuk you can't...
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth. Filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing...
Have you ever heard
I'm not...
Conclave?
Oh, no, so if you want...
What is it Seems like they don't have much...
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth. Filled with... Well, believe me...
What are these Wericks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe with...
Yeah. Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hope prove your best at something, and you might get somewhere. It's come and go. Some. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Wericks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. All well and good.
And Aurea...
That's right.
But...
The machine... Oh, but Aurea's not...
What are these...
Yeah, prove your best somewhere. The whole...
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
All well and...
See you around, Bergrand.
Hope so. I like return customers.
Looking at them makes my chest feel hollow. Deep in, silence is required.
Shamans. The raiding ceremony is not for the weak.
Rare gift to receive.
Come back to camp to find the wind has taken my tent. Suppose I'll have to borrow someone else's.
As long as you've got a skilled shaman on the trail with you.
Still no.
Floating in the wilds like that tongue.
I'll give this to the Osram. Whatever they do with passion.
No room.
Beware the machines. To approach them without caution is to lay wood on your own fire.
Damon can... on the machines and only suppress it. No inclusive landmark in the cut.
You're still...
Water lapping on old stone. That's the sound of sleep.
build them, even if they're stuck in a sheet of ice.
Oh, I'm glad my father isn't around. It would torment him to see his legacy drowned.
Fresh in their graves, and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu Kai and Hawerak fled, the ravenous tribe far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she drowned. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at the temple.
And these bandits realized it will.
At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines in a dream. About her, she was. Inside, Banu Kai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the You bid me come, she said. My people need aid. Will you provide it?
Just old
the machines whispered to Banu Kai.
Sway. The
We
cold
go
balance out
where the
new
light
orders as well.
For we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great. Banu Kai waded into the pool. The light appeared like a nest of snakes and struck Banu Kai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banu Kai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banu Kai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banu Kai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banu Kai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended,
We run into each other again.
Banu
If I
Kai
didn't know any
finally-
better, I'd think you were following me.
the machines bowed their heads in her Hawerak.
There is a line that
The
goes
light she'd
along
held within her,
knowing
drifted
your worth
and
and
close to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banu Kai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banu Kai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, brought the machines to us when we speak the name of our tribe. We remember her. And we will not forget.
The Werak demands guidance, and they've looked to me for it.
We remember, Banu Kai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from
How
our
long did the
broken
demon
bones.
burst? One day, Stone of the Den was dry. Then
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood.
yes, a sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Lao Lai, the drummer of Deep Den. Or at least I was. until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place, and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Carja. I'm the drummer now, but our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it, or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
So the waters...
One day it was dry. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd...
So deep...
Yeah, during the war, I'm the drummer now. Of course, if the...
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent? Some don't care for the sound of the din. Well, I bet they're happy now.
I need to get going.
Yes, yes. What will I do if the waters won't go down? After the din, I can't be satisfied with drumming on skin or wood.
Goodbye for now.
And to you. What could have caused the river to rise like that? A milk?
Take care.
I'll do my best. Some don't care for the sound.
I need...
Yes, yes.
Even if I cared to travel south, I'd not get much further than the grave.
We remember her. And we will not forget.
Stay out of our way, Outlander. We have enough worries.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter?
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Ban-Ur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
Have you always...
I've always painted. Up there, the markings. As a child, I learned all of us Banuk might...
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
These pigments you want. Where should...
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know? That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
The Banuk rock...
Some are called...
Do the machines listen?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is...
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Not afraid of height.
What's to fear? A drop from this height, I'd just make one more painting.
I'll see you again.
If you do find any pigments out there, don't put them on your tongue.
I'm not even going to ask. I'm back again.
Few are as eager for the climb as you.
Yeah, I can't think why. I'll come back.
Mind that you do.
Is this swaying, or is it just me?
The wood bends with the wind. Lean into it.
Lean into it. Sure. I'll come back.
Mind that you do.
Is this swaying?
The wood bend.
Lean into it. I'll see you again.
If you do find any pig...
I'm...
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
I don't fear bandits. To fear them is to give them the power they underhold.
What business do you have here, girl?
If you weren't hiding behind his crew of cutthroats.
Who took my bowl of red dye? Now someone must have it. Come on.
You're wrong this time. No hunter will want to wear these colors.
Meridian is a place where every need is met.
Outlander! Wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Remember what I said, but tell no one. A secret shared is kept beneath ice. It will make you stronger. Go and see. Remember what I said, but tell no one. A secret shared. Is kept beneath ice. It will make you stronger. Go and see.
As I'd like. I wasn't prepared.
You've chosen a poor time to visit the cut, Outlander.
We should not pilot. Field onto the new project King's shoulders.
When the
Howard
old
Stone
ones were
yields
fresh
because
and
they
Silence right where the neighbors.
Stay safe if you can.
The scrapes. Think of summer sun. Breeze through the trees. Cooley will want this. Outlanders. Large outlanders.
Lucky that the Nora was there to protect the Sun King. What on earth were the Vanguard doing?
Sun King Avad's spies saved Prince Ethan.
I have
from the
nothing for
Shadow
you, I'm
Carja.
afraid.
Now they have no claim on the throne.
What brings you Carja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark.
King Avad sent spies
You're a
to
long
free
way from
Prince
home,
Edaman
too.
from the clutches of the
Watch your
Shadow
back out
Carja.
there. You're a long way from home, too. Watch your back out there.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young Huntress.
We're letting the Oseram decide what to do with him? But he tried to
You're a
kill
long
our
way from
Sun
home,
King.
too. Watch your back out there.
Now leads the Hunter's Lodge only because no men were left in her house.
May the sun portion of its wisdom, young Huntress.
Last night, baby kept crying.
Tough, but I'm used to it.
It's good to see a fresh face in these lands.